Good morning, everyone. I have a little bit of a late start here, so children are already having fun in there. We started, it was a little early, and my oldest granddaughter came, so we started watching a documentary about hippos. Very interesting. Really interesting animals, and yeah, mm-hmm, yeah, one could say more. Um, oh, so I wore these one more time today. I put those on yesterday because I hadn't talked to my son in a while. Sometimes that happens. People get busy. I haven't talked to him in a while. And a while means if I haven't talked to my children in a week, 10 days, that's a while for me. And I just thought of him, yes, yeah. And I thought, oh, he gave me these earrings quite some time ago as a present. And I put those in because when I start thinking about one of my children, even other people and then I have something of theirs, that's the kind of presents that I cherish. Then I get that out and I come across it. I'm going, oh, so I put these in yesterday. Interestingly enough, my son came yesterday. We had some time together because we need to go and help out my youngest daughter with something. And it was interesting. Everybody just took half days off, this, that. My oldest daughter came and took care of the children. My son came, picked me up. We drove up to our youngest daughter, took care of something there, drove me back. We had a great time. Right? It was about an hour drive each way. And there you go. Nice to see. Right? What makes the dream work? Teamwork. And got to see my son. Right, the only one I hadn't seen in a while. So yes, and I thought about that. Yes, I'd really rather what happened to my youngest one didn't happen, but it was. I mean, we all. What lesson did we learn from this? Yes, and but how that worked out, how I got to see my son. Yes, yeah, all right, okay. That's great. Oh, they're screaming in there, having fun. Judges 17. Let's get going here. Appendices. 4. Appendices. The sanctuary of Micah and the sanctuary of Dan. Micah's domestic shrine. Judges 17. In the highlands of Ephraim there was a man called Micah Yehu. He said to his mother, the 1,100 silver shekels which were taken from you, and concerning which you uttered a curse, having said in my hearing, look, I have got that silver, I was the one who took it. His mother said, may Yahweh bless my boy. He gave the 1,100 shekels back to his mother, who said, I have indeed vowed to give this silver to Yahweh for my son, to have a statue carved and an idol cast in metal, but now I should like to give it back to you. He, however, returned the money to his mother. His mother then took 200 silver shekels and gave them to the metal worker. With them he carved a statue and cast an idol in metal, which was put in Micah Yehu's house. This man Micah owned a shrine. He made an ephod and some domestic images, and installed one of his sons to be his priest. In those days there was no king in Israel, and everyone did as he saw fit. There was a young man of Bethlehem in Judah, of the clan of Judah, who was a Levite, and resided there as a stranger. This man left the town of Bethlehem in Judah to settle wherever he could find a home. On his travels he came to the highlands of Ephraim and to Micah's house. Micah asked him, where do you come from? The other replied, I am a Levite from Bethlehem in Judah. I am traveling, and I'm going to settle wherever I can find a home. Micah said to him, stay here with me, be my father and priest, and I shall give you 10 silver shekels a year, and clothing and food. The Levite agreed to remain in the man's house, and the young man became like one of his sons to him. Micah installed the Levite. The young man became Micah's priest and stayed in his house. And Micah said, Now I know that Yahweh will treat me well, since I have this Levite as priest. Wow. That's the end of 17. I could say a whole lot here. This is really interesting, considering what everything else that has been going on. What came to my mind with Micah and his mother, when he returned the money, rather than said, yep, I can use that for better things than doing what? Breaking which commandments his mom would break? Yes, by casting what? On how people have to learn to also receive. Yes, not just to give. That's a big thing, to give, right? Yes. I had to learn how to receive as well, and understand what that means, how receiving is done, right? Yes. Seems to me there's a little more that goes with that story of Micah, Yahu, and then it just turns into Micah, and his mom, and then the Levite priest. Oh, seems like, what didn't I ask? What happened to them? Seems like they all got somehow displaced. The ones that still seems like followed God's guidance went from place to place and settled where they were welcome, right? This guy, obviously, this Levite didn't own anything. Came to Micah's house. Micah invited him and said, hey, yeah, sounds like guidance. And offered him a home with him, and here, I'm going to, what did he do? Give some tribute to you. That's the offering to God as well, right? Yes? Interesting. I don't have much time to talk today. This was a very interesting one. It's almost as if, suddenly now, right, there's one part in the Judges where you're going, whoa, that's where I see God working. Through whom? Again, through people. The mother still went, did what with some of the money? And where did they end up? No doubt she means well, yet Micah is not getting the proper guidance from whom? And is getting suddenly the guidance by the ones that God actually put in place for the Israelites to take guidance from. Interesting. Okay. All right. He should have received that money. Then the same thing would have happened again. That Levite would have shown up. And then Micah would have had definitely said, yep, you know what? I just got this money. And my mother wanted to make them into idols, this and that. I don't know what. I guess in a way to worship Yahweh, but that would be the wrong way. Now I got it in the right way, where then I can pay you for your service. Doesn't say nowhere that the Levites couldn't be paid for their service, per se. Yes? Just couldn't own anything, inherit anything when it came to land and stuff. Well, we'll see where that goes. Might have been it, right? Yes? We'll find out. The children are having a romp in there, so I need to go in there and find out what's going on. I'll probably taking my room apart. I find that the story I told about the earrings, and then my son gave those to me, and then same day I got to meet my son. I wore them the day before that too. But that day I specifically said, I'm going to put these on again because I miss my son. I haven't talked to him. So. And then what happens? Yes. Oh, well, that would be, these kind of things happen to me a lot. Yes. And they can happen to anyone. If you pay attention, as I said, How connected are we? Oh, and how connected are we when it comes down to it? And the heart to mind is in the proper place. Yes? Well. All right. Gotta go. Got things to do. So it's going to be another busy day. Yes? God's love and blessings always. May He protect you. And I will talk to you another time.